day, eggs! Last Thursday I was very fortunate to be invited down to Ubisoft's UK offices. They let me get my grubby mitts on a much more complete and fleshed out version of Steep. You remember, that lovely snowboarding, skiing, wingsuity SSX style game we played a few months ago. Well, the full release of the game is only just around the corner, and if you want a nice little rundown about how the game is shaping up, then keep your peepers affixed to the screen. Enjoy! When we last had a peek at Steep, it was a very bare bones version of the game. Since then, considerable amounts of content has been added. There's profile progression, unlockables, countless races and runs down the mountains, as well as some pretty deep character cosmetics customization. After the tutorial, a short 20 to 30 minute onboarding segment of the game, the mountain opens up, though not entirely. Certain mountain ranges and areas have their races and routes hidden based on your profile level. The controls are the same as in the previous version, but with the explanations in the tutorial about how to use those controls and a little bit more practice, it wasn't too hard to do the tricks and jumps how and when I wanted. As you explore, do tricks, or collect broken bones, you gain experience points towards your profile level. When you level up, new base camps on other slopes and mountains will become available. These base camps come loaded with races and challenges for you to complete. However, there are some areas that you have to discover before unlocking the preset races within them. If you see a piece of terrain with this banded strip effect on it, whip out your binoculars and you'll unlock some new content. There's a multitude of challenges and races, ranging from a peaceful free ride that may take 5 or 10 minutes, to faster paced wingsuit races that are over in a minute but require a lot more concentration. Some races reward the fastest route, others reward the highest score based on tricks or extreme near misses. One thing I will comment on is that I found it a little bit overwhelming at first. There's almost too much choice, and it can sometimes be a little bit difficult to find the style or type of challenge you want to do. Hopefully this could be fixed with a race types filter, just something to differentiate between the type of sport, be it wingsuit or snowboard, and then the type of challenge, whether it's a straight race, point to point with checkpoints, or a skill tricks based race. Some of the challenges come with cutscenes and a narrative. These seem to be the bulk of the main story to the game, but I don't really feel like Steep is a game that requires too much of a narrative. It's more about the exploration and racing and just enjoying the slopes with or without friends online. The customization pleasantly surprised me. Firstly, there are 8 different riders you can select who I was told have custom animations, and once you've picked the perfect character for you, there's equipment, apparel, gadgets and even full body costumes. As you complete the challenges, you're rewarded with currency to spend on the various cosmetics. Some gear is unlocked only when you achieve bronze, silver or gold in various races. Other more fantastic gear, such as my glamorous rubber chicken helmet, requires more of a quest to unlock. This one wasn't too difficult to pull off, but I'm hoping there might be more like this, as it was quite fun to do like a little quest and just to get a special helmet. The multiplayer is kind of proximity based. Players in a location near you will appear in your game, and you can then invite them into your party, and then once the race is initiated, you'll all start together. Presumably, PSN, Uplay invites will be able to be sent, so you won't actually have to meet up with people in the world if you don't want to play a game and have a race. Once you've beaten every race the game has to offer, it doesn't end there. Obviously, when the game launches, there will be a finite amount of runs that the game designers have put into the game, but you can add as many as you want. One particularly cool feature is that from the moment you load the game up, every single run you make is recorded by the game. So if you do a race, it's recorded by the game. If you just have a little potter down and explore and go off the beaten path, that's recorded by the game as well. So if you'd skied down the side of a particularly treacherous slope, dodging rocks and trees in a way that you felt might be fun for your friends to try, you could simply move your menu cursor onto the run, tick a few options for what type of race you'd like it to be, and voila, your new race is born. Now, it doesn't just save your races infinitely, like all your runs. Once you close the game, all unsaved runs will be purged from memory, so the next time you open the game, you won't have like tons and tons of lines and extra like runs and races that you didn't want to save saved into your game. Another cool feature is the replay feature, with 3 different slow motion speeds, full panning and zooming, and if there are multiple players on your run, you can flip the camera between their riders as well. I couldn't unfortunately though seem to find a way to hide the HUD. Overall, I'm personally really looking forward to Steep. I used to love the Tony Hawk style games in my teens, and there's something really addictive to me about this type of game. The prospect of playing with friends, and potentially ruining their perfect run by slamming into them with a giant squirrel wingsuit costume, just makes me want it even more. That's all from me for now, but for those of you that have made it to the end, here's a hot little delight of me having a little ski. Good noon.